Welcome to the BookVenturist. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers around the world. Mother is a symbol of love and sacrifice. So on this special day, I'll tell you a story about love and sacrifice. The Happy Prince, written by Oscar Wilde. The statue of the Happy Prince stood high above the city. It was covered with gold. Its eyes were blue jewels, and a red jewel was on its waist. The people of the city thought it was very beautiful and believed it was happy. One night, a little bird flew alone over the city. His friends had already reached Egypt. He decided to stay on the statue. He landed between the feet of the Happy Prince. As he started to rest, 3 drops of water fell on him. It was not raining. The bird decided to fly away. As he opened his wings, he saw the Happy Prince crying. Tears ran down his golden face. The bird felt sorry for him. The bird asked, "Who are you?" The statue said, "I am the Happy Prince." The bird asked, "Then why are you crying?" The prince said, "When I was alive, I had a heart like all. I lived in a palace and I was never sad, so I was called the Happy Prince. Now I am dead and I can see all the unhappiness of my city. My heart now is made of cheap metal and is able to feel the sadness, and so I cry." The prince continued, "There is a poor tailor at a house in a little street. Her little boy is very sick and she doesn't have the money to buy medicines. Can you take my red jewel to her as I cannot move?" The bird said, "My friends are waiting for me in Egypt." The prince said, little bird, please stay with me for one more night and do this for me." The bird agreed. The bird took the red jewel to the tailor's house. The tailor and her son were asleep, so the bird put it on their table and came back. The next night, the bird said to the prince, "I will go to Egypt tonight." The prince asked the bird to stay for one more night. The bird said, "My friends are waiting for me and it is very cold here." The prince said, "There is a young writer who is not able to finish his story. He is very cold and he cannot write. There is no fire in his room. He is weak and hungry." The bird said, "I will wait for one more night. What shall I take to him?" The prince said, "Take one of my eyes. They are beautiful blue stones from India. The young man can sell it and buy wood and food." The bird hesitated to take out his eye, but on the insistence of the prince, he took it and flew to the young man's house and placed on his table. The next day, the bird came to say goodbye to the prince. The prince asked the bird to stay for one more night. The prince said, "There is a little girl selling eggs. Her eggs have fallen and she has no money to take home. Her father will hit her. Take out my other eye and give it to her." The bird said, "I cannot take out your other eye. You will become blind." But the prince said to do it. So the bird took the other eye, flew to the girl, and put the jewel on her hand. The bird came back to the prince and said, "You cannot see now, so I'll stay with you." The prince asked the bird to go to Egypt, but the bird stayed and told the stories of all the places he visited. The prince asked the bird to fly over the city and tell him about the people suffering. The bird flew over the city and saw poor people and hungry children and reported this to the prince. The prince said, "I am covered with fine gold. Take it off piece by piece and give it to the poor." The bird did so, and now the Happy Prince became grey and ugly. The snow came. The little bird became colder and was dying. He did not leave the prince because he loved him too much. The bird kissed the prince and said, "I am going to the house of death," and fell dead down at his feet. The prince's metal heart broke into 2 pieces. The important men of the city pulled down the statue as it looked ugly and had lost all of its jewels. They put the statue in the fire. Everything melted except the broken heart. So they threw away the broken heart and the dead bird. God asked his angels to bring the 2 best things in the city. The angels brought him the broken heart and the dead bird. God said, "You have bought the right things. This little bird will sing in my garden, and the happy prince will stand in my city of gold." Wealth never gives permanent happiness. The real happiness lies in love and sacrifice. So let us love each other, help each other, and spread happiness. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.